Welcome back, guys. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. So, people are pointing out that the picture was from the 2000 was taken at the Accra Sports Stadium, not the Kumasi or Papaya Sports Stadium. Thank you for that. I have a legendary picture from the 2003 FIFA Women's World Cup, a lineup. So if you guys were struggling with the men's CAN 2000 team, if I put down, I've mentioned 3 players, well, I'll share dollars to the 2 of you.
I know all of them.
2003. Two or three, yes.
I know all of them.
I wouldn't.
Okay, but now let's do this. Okay, don't worry. I'm going to test them. I'll point out the player and you mention the player's name for me. Okay, that's what I want to know. Anyway, I have lots of messages here. I'll read them, but guys, let me welcome Brian Wesaala to the show. Brian, how you doing?
Very well, Fentu.
Yes. Good to have you. Guys, Brian came all the way from Kenya to visit us.
Brilliant. Welcome.
Yes. How are you?
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Welcome. Yes.
Thank you, Philip.
So, Brian, first of all, what brings you to Ghana at this crucial time?
So my name is Brian Wesaala. Like you said, I'm from Kenya, and what brings me to Ghana this time is the 5th Africa Football Business Summit, which we're organizing here in Accra in October. So these are like initial preparations, visits to meet stakeholders, and real pleasure to be here to be able to join you on Sports Zone to discuss this Africa Football Business Summit and the broader agenda of the Football Foundation for Africa.
Yeah. You said this is the 5th edition. Where have you held the previous editions?
So all editions have been in Kenya, 3 in Nairobi and 1 in Mombasa. Okay. And what's interesting is that the Mombasa edition last year, we were graced by the presence of Honorable Minister Kofi D. Adams, who was our chief guest last year. So it was a really pleasure to host him in Kenya, and we took that opportunity to make sure that the next edition comes to Ghana, to Accra.
Wow. Yeah. Tell us about, I see the flyer. It says from vision to value, building a sustainable football economy for Africa. Who are some of the previous speakers at this event? You just obviously mentioned Sports Minister Kofi D. Adams, but who are from what kind of industry and what kind of conversations are had at this summit, and why is it so important?
I mean, the primary attendees or delegates are from the football space, of course. And interestingly, the first chief guest of the Africa Football Business Summit was also from Ghana. So Ghana legend Anthony Bafoe joined us in 2022. But the agenda or what we are trying to do is to bring corporates especially into the conversation, to bring governments into the conversation, to bring civil society into the conversation, because football is very important for Africa. And it's high time we created really an open platform where we can engage and create an agenda for the development of African football. And when you talk about African football also, we have to appreciate that the different regions of Africa have different approaches to the game, and therefore this should be respected. But Africa as a continent really has huge potential that remains untapped. And it's high time we stepped away from the pitch a bit and discussed what is happening behind the scenes and how we can really improve the governance, the management of the game to realize the socio-economic potential that football really can deliver for our continent.
Brilliant. So obviously everyone sees this, but how do people attend this? Like, is it a paid-for event, or like, how do you participate, and how does it work?
Yeah, so it's a paid-for event, and we're looking forward to launch our website next week. Even this week, it should be up, but we're just doing the final, touches on it and making sure it has, a local approach to it, because we get delegates from across the continent and outside. So it's really important that we create an open platform. So like I said, we have people from the football sector, we have people from outside, people are just interested in the business of football, and usually it's a paid event, and we'll be communicating the ticket prices and all that while maintaining a very, if you can say, inclusive environment, because where again, when you look at football, really the people who are deeply involved, especially at the grassroots level, are usually left out when it comes to the decision making and conversations that really impact their work.
Okay. Amazing stuff. Listen, we've had similar events here in Accra before, so there's a lot of experience on this very desk of people doing stuff like that. So if you need a moderator, Philip is a very good one.
Okay.
He's moderated similar events in the past, myself included. Not that I'm shooting my shot, but I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah, for sure we have
there's
to
enough
engage.
But Philip, this is brilliant. It's basically the kind of conversation we've been having.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's necessary.
It is necessary. Football is beyond the 90 minutes on the pitch.
Yeah.
There's a whole business side to it. There's a whole culture in football that is shifting. There's technology now. There's a lot of science. There's a whole safety or safeguarding the youth in football. When we speak football, normally our minds are quickly drawn to young boys, but now young girls are important. We also talk about coaching, education, refereeing, and everything. And some of these conferences are the places where it's not just the fact that I'm mentioning refereeing, I'm mentioning a girl, child, or boy. Yeah. But it's under this conference that you get to know the real details around how to handle some of these things. Yeah. Because you get some of the best heads coming together to share. And in these rooms, you have the opportunity of asking questions, asking people that you would never have otherwise met anywhere in the world. Questions. You're in the same room with them, you network with them, you ask the relevant questions, you exchange contacts, and by the time you're out of there, you are perhaps 1,000 times better in knowledge, reach, and capacity than you were before you stepped into the room. So it's a very commendable project that I think that, everybody who's in love with football administrators, people who have dreams of, even footballers themselves, if they are available, should get involved.
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff. Brian, we appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Obviously, as you mentioned, this is still in the explorative initial stage. So when you have more details to share, we'll bring you back, and hopefully you can share more details with our audience.
Thank you very much, Fento. It's a pleasure to be with you here.
Of course.
And all the best with it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Really,
yeah, brilliant stuff. Yeah, we'll be there to support.